I'm Dominique Loney.
And I'm Jade Kaiser.
And welcome to the class of 2015 Baccalaureate. This is going to fall off.
Take it home. I know.
Oh, man. Well, tonight is not our last ceremony, nor is it our last goodbye. It is a time meant purely for us seniors. It is a time for us to reflect upon our years spent in high school. So, as you sit here tonight, our advice to you is to sit back and take it all in. We are seniors, and in the fall, we will be going off to all over the country.
Whether we realize it or not, we have all had accomplishments, incredible things, and the fact that we are still sitting here tonight is a testimony to our dedication and effort over the past 4 years. Take a moment sometime during the night and look around your fellow classmates and think back on the great things we've shared together. I apologize. It's just...
I'm so sorry. At tonight's ceremony, we'll be listening to speeches and watching performances by our fellow classmates.
We will also hear from our distinguished faculty and recognize those with academic honors.
So at this time, we would like to introduce our principal, Dr. Arnold.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here. Before we get started, can we have choir come up so we can sing the national anthem, please? Thank you very much.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flares furled bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, home of the
Thank you. Can we give it up one more time for your national champion, Los Alamitos High School Show Choir. Thank you very much. Before we begin, I just want to acknowledge the fact that we have some really important people here in the audience that really make what we do here at our high school, in our district, in our community possible. And so, Dr. Sherry Kropp, our superintendent, if you could stand up, and there she is. It's really because of her vision that our school is the school that it's become. We're also blessed to be supported by a great ed foundation, and so our executive director of LAIF, Los Alamitos Education Foundation, is also here. Carrie Lowe, could you stand up? Thank you so much for all of your support. All the programs and services after school and beyond really mean a lot. Baccalaureate, for those of you who may not know, is a tradition that is rooted in the fact that it is student-centered. Typically comes a week or so before graduation, typically at a college, but also in high school settings. And it's important to know that it's a tradition that isn't as prominent in high schools nowadays as maybe might have been 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And I think that speaks a lot about what we value at Los Alamitos High School, because we're steeped in tradition, a school that has rituals and culture that really is of national and global significance. People around the world know this high school, these students, and what we do. But we're also about doing things in a way that's current, in a way that's modern, in a way that really engages our students. And so that's what tonight will be about. It'll be student-centered. The speakers here really will talk about representing you as a class. The folks who are singing and performing are selected by you, and your class speaker, Miss Ball, was selected by you to give the speech today. And so it's going to be an incredible night. I have some prepared words that I'll share with you guys next week at graduation. And just so you know right now, I couldn't be prouder of you, class of 2015. You guys have done an amazing, amazing, amazing job. So at this time, we'd like to introduce our first baccalaureate speaker, Brianna Santana.
Good afternoon, fellow classmates, faculty, and distinguished guests. Today we are gathered to celebrate a great accomplishment. 12 long years of school. That's 15,575 hours, not including homework. Let me repeat that. That is 15,575 hours. That is nearly a third of our lives put into dedication for our studies. And if anyone has parents like mine, missing one day of school was unheard of. I could be barfing with diarrhea and a fever, and my mom would have said, "Oh, it's nothing you can't shake off." But nevertheless, this is truly a great accomplishment. Just think about all those all-nighters, those stressful days where you thought, "I'm done." All the community service, those tedious SAT prep classes, those long hours spent studying, the dedication and practice put into our sports or extracurricular activities. All of that and more deserves a big round of applause. When I was young, I had a favorite TV show. It was called Dragon Tales. Drove my mom insane. The show was about two siblings who entered a magical world where they solved problems and went on adventures with their dragon friends. There was one phrase that Max and Emmy both said before transporting into this magical universe, and it went a little like this. Come on, guys, repeat after me. I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons in a land apart. I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I don't know how many times I said that phrase, hoping a bunch of wallpaper dragons would encircle me and transport me into that animated world. But I'm glad that didn't happen. That would have been weird. My mom already thought it was weird enough. But that phrase captures a lot of the essence of life. Dreaming, having full faith and trust that we are capable of anything we set to mind. Just like those children believed that if they said that phrase with confidence and with their whole heart, they would be in that land of dragons. Class of 2015, we too must never forget that with hard work, dedication, and trust in ourselves, we can and we will accomplish anything we set to mind. Like Dr. Seuss said, "Oh, the places you will go." None of this, preparing to graduate, could have been made possible without our parents, mentors, teachers, family, and friends. So at this time, I would also like to give a big thank you to some important people who impacted my educational career. First, I would like to thank my Uncle Google, my Aunt Wikipedia, my cousin Schmoop, and of course, my best friend SparkNotes. I can finally say I made it. I don't know where I would be without you. I'd also like to thank the administration at this school. It's one of the best. And I'm not just saying that because I attended La Salle, but because we truly are a school that succeeds at anything we put our minds to. And again, that is a quality I will relish most about being a Griffin. As a young child, my aunt always told me, never forget who you are, where you came from, and the goals you set to mind. So as the ceremony concludes and the evening finishes and the years go by, I challenge you to never forget who you are, where you came from, and the goals you set forth for yourself. For that will define the person who you truly are. Congratulations, class of 2015. Fly with dragons in a land apart.
Next, we would like to welcome Maddie McCulloch and Jacob Wu, who will be performing.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
This is our temporary home. It's not where we belong. Windows and rooms that we're passing through. And this is just a stop on the way to where we're going. I'm not afraid because I know. And this is our temporary home.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking. I've gotta keep trying. I've gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's to climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, some knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I mean, I know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going. I've gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb.
So this next song we're singing is Friends Forever. I'm sure y'all know it, so feel free to sing along.
As we go on, we remember all the times we've had together. As our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, now please welcome to the stage this year's distinguished teacher and senior class council advisor, Mrs. Ball, who will speak on behalf of our senior class.
It's hard to follow that act. It's pretty great. Good evening, graduates, families, and friends. I'm Janine Ball, and I teach photography at this wonderful high school. I'm honored and humbled to be here tonight to speak on this evening of reflection and recognition. Tonight, I want to talk to you about some photographic moments of our lives. As a parent of a Los Al grad, I still reminisce over photos of my son's baccalaureate right here in 2009. Like many of our graduates tonight, he was a hardworking student who took several AP classes, earned good grades, played football, and was an active Griffin. He was not accepted into his top 3 dream schools, so he attended another university for his first year. Like some of our parents tonight, my heart ached for him. From these experiences, I offer some suggestions to our graduates and our parents. Parents, 13 years ago, you probably took photos on the day you took your baby's hand and led them into their kindergarten class, perhaps with tears in your eyes. Graduates, when you look at those photos, you see a long journey to fulfilling goals, such as reading, writing, and learning how to play with others. Those goals grew as you did and changed as you began to develop as an individual. All of you have met those goals, and your reward will be handed to you next Thursday. But in the days and months ahead, it's time to reset your goals and create new photographs. Graduates, now you can discover what is most important to you. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to be? How do you define success? When you consider those questions, you can envision your future and determine your goals. How do you picture yourself? Perhaps you're on your way to college. What kind of robe do you want to wear at graduation? If you're earning a baccalaureate degree, you're probably going to wear something very similar to what you're wearing right now. It'll probably be black, and you'll probably be wearing one of these things. It takes about 4 years to get an undergrad degree, and that's pretty normal. If you go on for your master's, it's probably going to take you about 2 more years. You get these long sleeves, which are awesome to hold your water and your cell phone in. And you also get this hood, which is pretty cool too. But I want Dr. Gates to stand up here and show you the coolest robe of all. Yeah. A lot of people were asking tonight, what does this mean? I overheard several students, what does this mean? And this is a big deal, because I remember the first college graduation I went to, I said, I want that hood. I want that hood. And it was a master's hood. I'd love to have a doctoral hood, but I don't. But I want you to know that this is the epitome right here, this velvet, turn around and show them again, and the satin, and this satin on the inside. This is the epitome right now. And so I want you to recognize that this is an achievement that also Dr. Arnold has. And Dr. Stone, where are you? Where are you, Dr. Stone? He's always in the back. Give them all a hand. It's a big achievement. So thank you for wearing this for me tonight, because I bet that there's 1 or 2 students in here that's going to go higher because of that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Set your goals in life to achieve what you want to live, whatever it may be. Parents, you may want to set your own goals tonight, because there's a really frightening syndrome ahead of you, the empty nest syndrome. Our family calls it the hysterical empty nest syndrome. Some family members were literally hospitalized, because it can have very disturbing consequences. I'm not kidding, I wish I was. It can have some very disturbing consequences. For the first 4 months that our son was absent out of the house, my husband sat in a chair completely morose. It was a terribly sad time for him, and I'm not kidding about that. And in hindsight, I really wish I would have got him a kitten. It would have done a lot of good. As a teacher of seniors, I had heard about this problem for years, so I set 3 goals for myself, and I did it in January before he ever graduated. And this was a really great thing that I did for myself. I began to work out regularly, I ordered HBO, and I began planning a remodel for our house. I need to revisit those goals. This system worked exceptionally well, and I lost weight. I had a really good laugh every Sunday night, and I completed our whole house remodel just when my son graduated so we could have the party at our house. It was awesome. Here's my suggestion to all of you. Set some meaningful goals or get a kitten, one or the other. Now, here's the hard part of the night. Parents, you've been managing your child for their entire life, and now you've both reached graduation. Now you have to transition from manager to consultant. My 6th-period photo class said I needed to tell you this tonight. So if you like the message, then you can thank them. If you don't, then you have to tell them that was the wrong one. So here's the message for tonight. But going back to our pictures, I want you to first try to picture an apartment of 4 20-year-old male college students. I'm looking at George right now. So you got that picture in your head? Okay. So my son transferred to his dream school in the spring of his sophomore year. His university housing was issued very late, so we moved into his apartment on the day before classes began. The apartment had already been occupied for an entire semester by 4 20-year-old male college students. Having gone to college, I remembered what those apartments looked like, so I was not surprised by the mess. What I did not expect was my son's bedroom to be entirely dismantled with the bed and dresser thrown into the living room. Now, my son is tidy and organized. He takes very good care of everything he owns, and I knew this would pose a challenge for him. One of his roommates arrived home while we were there and explained with some pride that my son's bedroom had been turned into a screening room. I did not know how to respond, so I smiled politely and we said our goodbyes. Now I want you to picture the ride home with my husband and what happened then. I went into a rant, as only a LaSalle mom can rant. You've all been there, I'm sure. How can these roommates be so disrespectful? Why did the university allow my son to move into a disastrous apartment? How can our son sleep or work in such a mess? And why are we paying so much money for this? I was livid. I was ready to call the university housing in the morning and demand our son be moved immediately to a decent living arrangement, but my husband talked me off the cliff. Let him figure it out. What? Let him figure out. What do you mean, let him figure it out? We're paying a ton of money for this. He deserves the best. Let him figure it out. Classes started on Monday. I did not call the housing office, and I resisted the urge to pick up the phone and call my son until Wednesday evening. Finally, I called him around 5 o'clock and asked him what he was doing. With an excitement in his voice that I almost never hear, he explained, "I'm on the way to Beverly Hills." Wow, that's awesome. What for? "We're going to a special screening of the King's Speech with the cast, and then we're going to dinner." Wow, that sounds amazing. Who are you going with? My roommates, they're film majors, and they invited me. My son was ecstatic. My heart nearly stopped. I had come within this close to destroying experiences and lifelong friendships that my son had developed in that messy, disorganized apartment. He figured it out. All by himself, he figured it out. If you raised your child right, they will figure it out. If you raised your child wrong, they will figure it out. Step aside and stop managing. Create a picture in your mind of your child as a smart, independent young person. Your child will seek advice when they need a consultation, but they don't need to be managed. This is a new and beautiful picture of all of you. If you really want to help your child, bake 5 dozen chocolate chip cookies and give them to them. They aren't going to eat those 60 cookies, but they will make 20 or 30 new friends when they hand them out at their new school or work or their military base, and they're going to love you for it. Graduates, families, and friends, this week you'll be taking a lot of pictures. You will try to capture those feelings of exhilaration as your goals have been achieved. And you need to know that you've experienced a special culture here at La Salle that values education, relationships, and a deep commitment to excellence. Look around this room right now, and you're going to recognize that these faces will mean something to you in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It is a culture that will support you through good times and bad because these are the people that believe in you. They know that you will set goals to make this world a better place. I know that you are a superstar. I know that every one of you is a superstar. Don't believe me, just watch.
Thank you, Mrs. Ball. At this time, we would like to introduce Mario Arias, who will be singing.
Woo, Mario!
Hello, hello. This song's for all of us, because we made it. And we're gonna go, and we're gonna do it. So wherever you guys are gonna go, you're gonna kick butt, and you're gonna do what you wanna do. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where the great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way, I can go the distance, I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I can go most anywhere to feel like I belong. It's been 4 years of learning, not only in books, but in life as well. Throughout high school, we've been pushed to do our best and never lag behind. Here, we learn to be the ones who fall, stand back up, brush off the dirt, smile at life, and say, let's go again. I want to personally thank Dr. Arnold and his staff for making this wonderful home called Los Alamitos the best school ever. Thank you, teachers, for putting your hearts into everything that you do. Thank you, janitors, for working hard and keeping our home clean. And for the people working outside every day, rain or shine, to keep our parking lots organized and the school safe. We love all of you so very much. And now, finally, I would like a big applause to our sports, our boards. Big cheers to our wonderful sports like basketball, hockey, baseball, softball, swimming, and football. Come on, who doesn't love football? And big cheers to our amazing arts like drama, dance, song, cheer, arts, and show choir. Yeah! I will find my way, I can go the distance, we'll be there someday. Because we are strong, we know every mile will be worth our while. We can go most anywhere to feel like we belong. Yeah, Griffins! Where we belong. Do great things, people. Thank you.
Where are we at? Okay. Alrighty. That was amazing, Mario. Okay, we would like to introduce our next speaker, Juliet Larsen.
Hi. There is no way in heck I can top that. Can I just be Mario when I grow up, please? I love you. Okay. Well, greetings Los Alamitos High School seniors and company. My name is Juliet Larsen. Some of you might know me as the girl who's all about Los Al. But before I transferred to this school in 10th grade, I was pretty much known strictly as the Peanut Girl. Talk about feeling like an outsider. It wasn't really until I got to Los Al that I even thought I had a chance of fitting in. You see, I have an anaphylactic food allergy to peanuts that almost killed me when I was 15 months old. And since then, I've struggled with finding my own identity outside of just being the Peanut Girl. It was difficult for me to fit in when I was constantly terrified about that one bite of the Halloween class party cupcake that would send me to the hospital with my throat closing up or my heart into cardiac arrest, which happened when I was younger. Classmates thought I was too worrisome, and it was difficult to make and keep friends, to say the least. As I grew older, I tried anything I could to make a name for myself, despite my allergies and the anxiety that always accompanied them. I tried basketball, acting, singing, volunteering, and eventually professional modeling, but none of them seemed to work. I never fit in. At the beginning of sophomore year, I transferred to Los Alamitos just trying to get a fresh start. I was going to focus on academics, and I knew that this school would give me the strongest academic education possible. And while it's true that Los Al did give me academic training better than I could have asked for, the gifts that I value most upon graduating are those that don't show up on my transcript. I found teenagers that were always thinking about the world around them and caused me to look at life from different angles than I had before. I saw students who gave every ounce of effort and dedication to their passions, from our back-to-back show choir national wins to our CIF champions. I love you guys. I found teachers who valued me for the thoughts and beliefs I had, rather than whether or not my homework checks are in nice penmanship or not. I found support in so many ways, from entire school-wide pep rallies to lunchtime club meetings to late-night Starbucks study sessions while pulling all-nighters, and were there a lot of them. Most of all, I found people who overcame their struggles as well. I realized that I wasn't an outsider, and for the first time, I felt like a part of a tight-knit community. I want to tell you all today that you inspire me. Your struggles are valid, but your worth is so much more. To my friend who realized that her worth is not defined by college acceptances, but knowing she did the best she could, you inspire me. To my friend who lost his mother this year and continues to keep passionate and positive and motivated to move forward every single day, you inspire me. To my friend who defies, even transcends previous stereotypes surrounding autism every single day, you inspire me. A few years ago, I didn't know what the meaning of success was. But now I know it is about feeling accepted for who we really are and having the support to be everything we strive to be. Our lives are ephemeral. And that's why I'm grateful for every second, every minute, every tear, every smile. All of these moments at Los Al have been priceless to me, and I am so honored to be graduating with you, those who have shown me how precious and complex life is. The heart and soul I've seen at our high school inspires me every single day. It's what made me get up every single morning, no matter how early or tired I was. Today, I can't help but be excited to see what each of our futures hold. Congratulations, class of 2015, and thank you for letting me be me. And please welcome Dr. Arnold, accompanied by Mrs. Lundblad, who will present our academic honors.
All right. Thank you very much, Juliet. So our academic honors. Academic honors are based on outstanding achievement in a 4-year college preparatory program requiring a minimum of 34 semesters in English, mathematics, science, world language, art, and social science. This is the highest honor Los Alamitos High School awards its graduating seniors, and we are now going to recognize our academic honor students. Academic honor students are represented at graduation by a gold tassel. Seniors, your row will stand when they are signaled and enter the stage to my right. Have your name read and then exit the stage on my left and return to your seats. If we can have everyone hold their applause till the end, it would be greatly appreciated. And now we'll be recognizing our academic honors.
Alrighty, and now please rise and join us in singing the La Salle Alma Mater that will be led by the senior members of our choir program.
Los Alamitos, our praise we sing to thee. For faith, devotion, loyalty, our heart's true quest will be. The Griffin fame shall be our guide for all our days to sing. And we will pledge our loyalty to love South and to
This now concludes our baccalaureate ceremony for this evening. We would like to thank everyone for coming out and
congratulations to the class of 2015.
Okay, I do this real quick.
At this time, would all the graduates please stand as we begin the recessional? Adios.